All right, so if you've come across this video, you're probably looking for a We Buy Houses company in Fort Mill, South Carolina. My name is Matthew Manus. I'm the owner of M1 Property Group. I thought I'd put together a quick video just to offer our services and show you how we might be able to help you out. So if you're looking to sell in Fort Mill, basically our ultimate service is that we're problem solvers. So we try to go to the extra mile to make the selling process as simple and easy as possible for our sellers, especially compared to the traditional selling methods. We typically deal with complex real estate problems that include, properties that need a lot of repairs, multiple heirs, or maybe some sort of inheritance going on, title issues such as liens and judgments, unfinanceable properties, and the list kind of goes on and on. What are we offering at the high level? Convenience, easy process, speed, flexibility. No need to make expensive repairs or deal with contractors that don't show up or they're booked out, 2 months or something like that. Moving assistance, we can actually, coordinate and pay for setting up moving trucks. And there's no need to even clean out the house. So you can actually take what you want and leave the rest. We've actually bought houses full of furniture. So a lot of our sellers really like that. No realtor commissions because we're buying direct and it's basically a for sale by owner transaction. No closing costs. We're going to cover all the buyer and seller closing costs. And then all closings are with a local real estate attorney. So that's Harry Marsh Law. We've worked with Harry for 5 years now. Very professional, very reputable company that do all our North and South Carolina closings. Harry and his team really understand complex transactions, especially compared to your average closing attorney, which is one reason we've worked with them for so long. So, and actually another benefit is we can do remote closings for you. So we can hire a mobile notary. They can get the documents from Harry, come to your work or your house. You'll sign those, the notary will notarize those, and then they'll deliver them back to Harry's office, and then you don't have to worry about scurrying across town or anything like that trying to physically attend the closing. So a lot of our sellers like that as well. This table just kind of outlines the comparison between the traditional sale process and our process. So I've already kind of iterated our process. So we'll kind of focus on the traditional sale, what you'd be considering. So, typically you're going to need to make minimum repairs to get the property market ready. Your realtor is usually going to have some sort of feedback that, we need to paint these walls. I would recommend doing a backsplash. You need to change out the carpet and these sort of things. You're going to need to clean, obviously, to get the house show ready. And then you're actually going to have to probably worry about cleaning between showings. And sometimes that can be difficult when you have kids and pets and that sort of thing. You're going to have to deal with showings. So there's the scheduling and people kind of showing up all times of the day. Buyers have jobs. They might have to show up before work or during lunch hours or after work, whatever the case may be. You're going to have realtor commission. So that's going to be 6% of the sale price. You're going to have closing costs. So you're going to have your attorney fees that you need to pay for on your side. But, it's not uncommon for buyers to request for the seller to help them with their closing costs because they might be strapped for cash, and between the down payment for the loan and then the closing costs, they might not be in a position to handle all that. So there's that to consider. And then there's time. So most retail buyers are going to need to get mortgages, and those companies can take 30 to 45 days. And I think even FHA loans, some of those can stretch out to 60 days. Moving assistance. So I would say it's very rare that a retail buyer is going to offer any kind of, moving assistance on their end. And then coordination. On our end, we'll literally, it doesn't matter how big or small it is, whatever we can do to help you in your process, whether it's helping you box things up or running errands, going around town, printing documents, picking up documents, physically taking you to the closing, whatever we need to do. In comparison to traditional sale, for the most part, you're probably on your own, but the realtor may be there to some degree. All right, so we try to educate our sellers on the cost to sell. Most sellers only sell 1 to 2 properties maybe in their lifetime. So there's a ton of costs that actually end up adding up, if you're kind of comparing between us and a traditional sale method. So in a traditional sale, you got your realtor commissions. That's going to be 6% of the sale price. You're going to have the closing costs, which is typically going to be 2 to 4% of the sale price. And it's usually going to be on the higher end of the range. If you've got a buyer that's requesting for you to, help them pay $1,000, $2,000 on their closing costs or something like that. You've got holding costs, and this could vary from property to property, but things like utilities, insurance, interest, and then these may or may not be applicable, but HOA dues, and if maybe you're paying a landscaper to come by weekly or something like that. Repairs, so there's going to be the repairs you put in to getting the property market ready, and you got to really consider if there's like big ticket items like HVAC or roof or something like that. So that can quickly add up. And then you're going to have repairs that arise from the actual selling process. So you actually have the property under contract, the buyer gets a home inspection done, and as a result, the home inspector finds some issues, and then usually the buyer's going to use that home inspection laundry list and come up with the repair request, and that's just another deduction on your end. Lastly, there's going to be a couple contractual items. A lot of buyers want home warranties, and that can be around $500. And then they may actually request to leave things behind, such as the fridge or the washer and dryer, whatever the case may be, and that can just vary from house to house. So, in summary, you can tell or you can see there's a lot of deductions that go on in a traditional sale model. It's not uncommon for it to cost somewhere between 12 to 15% of the list price. So it can quickly add up. We get the question, what kind of properties do you buy? So we're aiming to solve problems. Usually there's complicated issues going on. And we're usually finding tailored solutions for unique situations where like a traditional sale or realtor situation won't work or doesn't fit. So, kind of properties that we have experience with: foreclosure, those that are behind on payments, underwater, houses that need major repairs, fire damage, water damage, code enforcement violations, inherited properties, properties that are going through probate or estate properties, multiple heir situations, which can be fairly complicated sometimes, retirement scenarios, relocation for work, vacant land. So we buy vacant land, and I'm a builder, so I have experience with some of the complications such as easement issues, unfinanceable properties, title issues such as liens and judgments, back taxes. So most properties we purchase have basically complications that the average buyer can't handle. So just sort of wrapping it up, I think you have to ask yourself if you're willing to wait, 3 to 4 months to get maybe 85% of your list price going the traditional route. 3 to 4 months quickly adds up. It's not just a number I pulled out of a hat. It might take you a month just to sort of get in the mindset of, okay, I think we're going to sell, cleaning up, finding contractors that aren't, contractors maybe booked out several weeks. How long is it going to take the contractors to actually perform the work? How long is it going to take you to find a realtor? When's the photographer going to show up? How long is it going to take to get the listing live? All these things. Then you have the actual time it takes you to get the house under contract with the new buyer. How long is it going to take them to actually close on the loan? Is it going to be somewhere between 30 to 60 days? You can quickly eat up 3 to 4 months just in the day you decide, okay, I think we're going to sell the house, to the day you actually close at the attorney's office. So something to consider. But with our process, just to reiterate, no repairs, no commissions, no closing costs. Quick closings, take what you want and leave the rest. You can leave your furniture, no need to clean. And we can actually offer moving assistance as well. So I do appreciate you taking the time to check out the video. We do buy houses and land in Fort Mill, South Carolina. So if you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out. You can reach us at 784-727-6161. You can email us at info@m1propertygroup.com. Or you can fill out a web form at our site at www.m1propertygroup.com. Again, I do appreciate you taking the time to check out the video.